We are the Wormhole Extremists, and this is a Foothold situation. My name is David Reed. I'm with Nicole Rodriguez-Galdo.
Woo!
And
Hello.
Evie Cahill.
Hello.
And Clenched Fists Fake Hammond.
Yeah, he looks very agitated.
We haven't seen him in a few episodes, and he's already
We
pretty
haven't.
grumpy. It's like,
I
clearly something's up.
know. Welcome back indeed.
I think this is the only time we see this poncho. They don't often go to places where it rains.
No.
Except Vancouver.
It's nice to see them going all stylish out there. Look at them.
Rarely does it intentionally rain on them.
Oh, I like that they brought up Keb again, you know?
Yeah,
like,
they did bring up Keb again.
Staying relevant.
Yeah, they're poking around.
Homo Apple said good night, everyone. So good night, Homo Apple. Enjoy the rest of your night. Leave your rating at the door for this episode, please.
If you were looking closely, Don was definitely being a little less Hammondish.
Yeah, there's definitely something
a little off. Something a little bit off about his aura.
He turned his head toward O'Neill. It was just like, you are not you, Hammond of Texas.
I can't do the Hammond of Texas without putting my hand over my head. Like a Robbie Tack.
Of Texas.
Yes.
Yes. Hammond of
The
Texas. Yeah. I associate Texas with being bald now, so, you know.
That's funny.
Oh,
What?
funny.
Oh, hi, Major Warren. It's been a while. Okay, so this comes up again later, but this chemical is a common dry cleaning and automotive brake cleaning fluid, and it actually causes headaches and dizziness and not hallucinations and paranoia, as Fraser and Sam allude to later. Also, take special note of the clothes that SG1 are wearing when they're sedated. This comes up again later as well.
Okay.
I love that. The needle in their butt's gonna like help. I love they all get the privacy curtains where they're all just like taking their trousers off.
Like, we can't see each other's asses, God forbid.
Yeah.
So, we've died together, but God forbid we see each other's butt cheeks.
Yeah.
The Narcissus child.
Narcissistic child.
Yeah.
What?
All the what? Honestly, their chemistry, the comedy is brilliant.
So every time I get a needle now, I always say this.
Jam it in real yeah.
Has anyone ever heard you? Understood what you were saying?
I mean, they joke, but they don't do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Also, guys, this is a cold opening goof. So watch this.
Oh no, I know. Isn't it that the syringe is still full when
it's still
she pulls it away from
completely
Sam?
full? No wonder the sedative has no effect on Carter.
I always spotted it when I watched it, and I always hated it. I was always like, "Look, you didn't put squat." My excuse in my brain was always that she needed to look like it was the legitimate syringe or what they usually do, but she actually needed to put a tiny smidge in there. Was my excuse. But you know, look at them all just passed out
with their pants down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, they got caught with their pants down.
So, guys, this episode was written by Heather E. Ash, and it's her second writing credit this season after Learning Curve.
Yep.
And she's one of only two women with a full writing credit on the Stargate staff.
Yep.
The first being Catherine Powers.
Yep. I want to meet this lady. She's my hero.
We're gonna have her on. We'll have her on soon.
That would be cool. Directed by Andy Makita, and it's his first of 63 directing credits.
Isn't that wild?
The Stargate franchise.
So good.
And fun fact, he actually worked as an second assistant director on Peter DeLuise's last season of 21 Jump Street in 1990. Mm-hmm. So they actually share 7 episode credits in the show's 5th season, which I thought was kind of cool.
Just making this episode more and more excellent, you know, if I go all these facts. I already love it. Now it's even better.
Guys, this is the last episode of SG1 to air in the 1900s. It aired on the 5th of November, 1999.
Whoa.
The next episode, Pretense, would air on the 19th of January, 2000.
Wow.
Oh, day after my birthday. Whoop, whoop.
Which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it is.
I turn 2 next episode.
There you go. Well, baby Nicole.
Exactly.
This is also the second time that Junior and Jolinar have kept Tilk and Sam from being used as used by aliens.
The symbiotes are always saving people.
Also in the Gamekeeper.
I do love that. That's a great way to put these two together, where they can always rely on each other. You know, They're a great team.
It's Siler, but it's not Siler.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, so these aliens, they're able to detect the traces of Jolinar in Sam's system, and they seem to know the Goa'ul's reputation. So they've obviously like encountered them at some point in the past, you'd think.
Yep. They're studying them too, so they're trying to get an edge on them. Damn Siler.
So
Oh,
I guess
another
kind
goof
of like,
just coming up really annoys me.
yeah, I know the legs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great episode though.
In a couple of minutes, when Tilk knocks out Siler puts his own legs on the stretcher.
I've never
lifts his
seen
legs
that.
up to help him out, and they
that's funny.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. Yeah,
I feel like they weren't supposed to use that shot, that exact angle. For
maybe because it's very like it's quite obvious.
Man's clearly helping Christopher Judge out. Christopher Judge don't have to bend his back too much trying to do that.
Yeah,
you know, people are heavy.
It's really funny.
Look at Siler's legs. You ready? And there you go. I've seen this episode like 100 times. Every time I'm like, there's that goof. Oh, there's that goof.
God.
You know,
let me just help you, big
Goof
guy.
City. Yeah.
Let me just throw you in this room.
I love he just
check in here
tosses him
first.
straight in. He's like, there you go. Peace out.
Yeah,
Bye.
Exactly.
Oh, that's funny.
So, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that in the unpublished Fallout Stargate Season 3 sourcebook for the RPG, they actually named these aliens as the Struggoth, which was also acknowledged in the RPG core rulebook. But I mean, these sources are non-canon. The aliens are not actually mentioned. The name is not actually mentioned in this episode.
Yep.
And if I'm also correct, I think this incident was officially stricken from the SGC records due to the nature and extent of the Foothold situation.
Yeah.
And I think elements.
This is great. Elements.
I was going to say elements of this episode come up next season in Smoke and Mirrors, and again improving ground in season 5.
Yep. They're mimic. We call them mimic aliens on the Omnipedia.
Yes.
And so they have a mimic device and a mimic memory device.
I
just love seeing like Teal'c like kick everyone's butts, being like, "Gotta save the day. I am the hero." Like
he is a hero.
He's in fine form and looking good doing it.
So Lockwatcher says Andy Makita worked as the first assistant director for SG1, then as a production manager, and then a second unit director. And then he did so much second unit work that the team thought it was time for him to direct, according to Chevron's Locked.
That's lovely.
And he was one of the few from the very first episode of SG1 to the very last episode of SGU.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So Jacob says Jonas didn't know about these events, but did Mitchell get a file? I don't. They definitely withheld.
He has every file except
for
one episode that comes from 1969. One file that comes from 1969, but 200 is apocryphal, so you know. Truly, they are alien.
So are you.
Come on, Sam, catch up. Okay, so this officer is like monitoring the security feeds. So it's curious that she didn't notice the multiple skirmishes that Teal'c caused.
Right.
Both tussles, both of the tussles happen on level 16, and there's like one level that's blocked out from the security feed, but it's not that level.
That's a good point, Evie.
Maybe she like stepped away to have some coffee, you know, like
Walter. There we go. Turned around and
something,
you know.
Just the plot working its magic.
Yeah, I know. But we overanalyze.
Like they did the shot so you couldn't see them coming through on the other side. Like they did it where like you can see the back of the gate.
Yep.
But they've only appeared the other side of the wormhole. I'm glad that they included that. Because they could have just gone cheaper and just not even bothered showing the back end of the gate. This is a genuinely terrifying like situation. I'd be very scared.
So I was reading online that some people said it was kind of a not a goof, but sort of an interesting flashback, but it's not quite the same. So Sam uses a similar access shaft to what Cromwell does in A Matter of Opportunity, but it is a different access shaft.
Yeah.
It's likely not the same because Cromwell presumably entered on like level 21 where the infirmary is because he crossed paths with Frasier on her way to an emergency, and this is level 16.
Yep.
So. And like coincidentally, she doesn't seem to have any trouble making her way back in.
That's
even though James was designed to keep people out, not in.
Well, it's Sam we're talking about, so.
But she does leave. I think she does leave. Like, there's no lock on the outside of the hatch.
No. Like, Teal'c just being like, "I got this, boo. You go. I'm gonna buy you some time."
He's just making the sacrifice.
He's just such a bro. I love him so much.
You may want to open your Zat there.
Yeah.
Unless you don't intend on using it. Just going to hold it.
Yeah.
So he's like making note of the color of the blood because
that's red. So it's actually them.
Exactly, because the aliens have purple blood, and this sort of proves that the aliens didn't actually replicate everybody.
No, that's
they
why
only needed to replicate like a few base officers and a few soldiers.
Exactly. That's why they're telling people about the chemical spill, so that they can slowly but surely switch people out
exactly
over time.
So Nick Nudge says something that I was also like just thinking about. So Teal'c shoots the guy twice. Did he just kill that guy? Yeah, but the thing is, because he shot without asking, I'm assuming he figured out, like, based on just him shooting him, that guy was obviously an alien imposter and not human. But I do think Teal'c should have maybe checked,
Absolutely.
Get blood, just be like, let me just check that I didn't just kill an innocent man.
So there's no lock on that.
Security fortified locations on the planet, and if you walk around the mountain long enough, you will come across a tunnel that takes you directly down, and it's unlocked.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get baited.
He just doored that guy in the face.
Yeah.
And it's going to be paid back against him a year from
window
now.
of opportunity style. Yeah, exactly. Oh no. Yeah. Sorry, big guy.
Well, you tried. Gotta respect it.
So this location coming up that serves as the airport is actually the Vancouver Law Courts in Smythe Street.
Good old
We didn't
Smythe.
go there, did we?
I don't think so.
No, but I think it was around the corner from where
we
stayed.
saw
it. I think,
And coincidentally, this is the corner of Robson and Hornby Streets, which is a 3-minute walk from where Sam is.
Brilliant.
Makes sense.
In real life.
I'll be right there.
Did we walk through there to get like Tim Hortons?
I
think we did. Yeah, so we did. That's
I think we might have. Yeah.
I walked past that like 3 or 4 times to get us donuts. Oh my god.
We ate really healthy.
We were like on the right in one of the tall buildings on the right. That's hilarious.
He's just not listening.
No.
Well.
Wow. God, it's so cool that we stayed in Vancouver and like got to see all this stuff. Like,
I know.
I'm trying to figure out the rationale behind why she picked Mayborn. Right?
Yeah.
Well, Man's all excited about getting his hands on them aliens to experiment.
that's true.
She was like, I'm gonna get that thirsty man in here.
Yeah, that's true. Oh boy.
So I do actually have some interesting insights to weave into our commentary from a companion article that came out just recently where James Hoare interviews Heather E. Ash, and she went into quite a bit of detail about this episode.
I loved that. Yes, I read it.
Yeah, so I'll mention some bits in the future.
Please.
You made a great meme out of this scene, Evie. I think it's great. Everyone should go on our Wormhole Extremist social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and go laugh at Evie's memes for this episode.
You guys do such a good job with those.
Oh, thank you.
I have released the hounds.
It's fun. It's fun. That's not true.
Yeah, but they're aliens, so maybe it's hallucinations and paranoia for them.
Maybe they added it in.
I mean, Tilk wouldn't know any different anyway because he
No, he
doesn't
wouldn't.
have like a chemistry background, but Sam should know better.
Yep. You're lying right now.
Yeah.
All right, so this is
Oh, this is what we
Robson
went
Square,
here as
which
well.
is
Yeah, this is around the
located
corner
in
where we were
front of
staying.
the Vancouver Art Gallery.
Yep.
And
Yep.
in a minute, you'll recognize the bronze bird statue from Politics.
Yep.
Yep.
When Sam and Jack were in Washington. And we
We
have been
walked past
here.
this so many times, but because we didn't go down the stairs there, we didn't realize what location we were walking past, and we were getting donuts. Donuts is a common theme in my stories about Vancouver.
Yes, you're like Homer Simpson. All your stories involve
Really love
donuts.
we met Tom Mc is like is it
Macbeth.
Macbeth? Is that
Macbeth.
how I was supposed to say it? The day that we actually came to these steps.
Yep.
So that's a bit mad.
Yes, it is pretty crazy.
You're welcome.
Thanks, David.
Thank you, David. We love you.
I surprised them with Tom. So we all had lunch.
Yes.
Yeah, Jean Diata Smith. I'm guessing she went to Mayborn because he's completely outside of Stargate Command's chain and knows about the program. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he
So
does,
you notice.
Oh.
Oh.
You'll notice that they're wearing different clothes than what was scanned into the mimic device.
Oh, it's a good point.
Yeah.
I always wondered if they just could change their outfits.
Well,
Like,
are they?
without the
I mean,
mimic device.
yeah. Maybe they.
Yeah,
no,
no, it's-
dang it. Yeah,
yeah.
it's a goof. Yep. It's a
Yeah.
goof.
Sorry to interrupt you, David.
No, please, you're fine. Actually, saying something intelligent, as opposed to me, who says just whatever he
Hey.
thinks.
Hey,
Oh, that's not true.
no
That's not true at
self-deprecation
all.
from anyone other than me, okay? I won't have it. He's doing a
Ethel
really good
Marmaline
job
and
pulling
stuff,
off
yeah.
Jack's attitude.
Sorry,
Well,
right
they've
now.
got the memory devices, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So, tetrachloroethylene is actually referenced on Wikipedia. Like in the description of the chemical on Wikipedia, it actually references this this episode as a
Really?
pop culture
Hilarious.
reference. Yeah, which is cool.
Even though it's
Wow.
utilized incorrectly.
Yes.
There we go.
Its effects are, but it's pronounced correctly. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm watching this, and it's like, well, I wish that they hadn't revealed the aliens at this point so much because I could have
Yeah.
bought it, and even like watching this, they could be
I don't think
the real guys.
But it's kind of cool because you're almost like feeling how Sam would feel. Like you're like, these guys aren't believing me. I know I'm correct. I know that they're
Yeah.
aliens. So
Yeah.
I kind of like that we know that they're aliens. But
She's being like gaslit massively.
I
She's
was
just
literally
like, oh my
about to say that
God.
because in James Hall's article, he uses that exact turn of phrase. He said Sam
Yeah.
was gaslit by Mimic Jack and Mimic Daniel.
Yeah.
We-
Nothing worse than like, knowing something and then being told you're crazy.
We missed one of my favorite
Exactly.
moments in the series. Mayborn, you're an idiot every day of the week. Why couldn't you just taken one day off?
Yes.
Oh,
And that was
yes. It's like a
fantastic.
classic line.
It's such an amazing moment. Luckily, seems like a bit of a bad guy, but actually in this moment, he's like, he's the only one we can trust.
Also, guys, there's a goof coming up. When Mayborn stands to
Goof
leave the
City.
cafe, he puts his cap on twice, but you only just see it in the foreground.
How did she get to Washington so fast? Did she fly? She take
I'm
a
assuming
train?
so. They don't really cover that off.
Did she
I did always wonder how she managed to make such
Yeah, did she
distance,
hitchhike?
Yeah.
because they have to we see them flying back, so
Yeah.
I mean, how many days? has she been
I'll
gone,
say
you
more
know?
on that in just a sec.
I was say it's been so many years, and I don't really think Tom's like changed much. Like
he
he's
hasn't.
just like,
Very little.
he looks like so the same,
Okay, so watch Mayborn put on his hat twice. Date one. And then in there, see?
Oh, I'll allow it. If it's in the corner, I'll allow it.
Oh, that's funny.
Like with some actors, you don't see them for a long time, and you're like, oh, you've like changed a lot, you know. But like with him, it's just like, wow,
He's aged
what
like
is
a
your
fine
skincare
wine.
routine? What
Yeah.
gym do
Just
you go
genetics,
to?
maybe.
Yeah.
So I was going to say the plane set. So the plane scene was originally set to take place in a van, but driving from Washington to Colorado Springs was like way too inconvenient. So apparently an old Air Force One set became available. So Heather E. Ash was asked to incorporate this into her story.
Wow, there we go.
Beautiful.
And the gloves just came off with the with
Yeah.
them. This looks like the exact same logo on the right. Looks like, I think it looks awfully close to the logo from Homeland Security, Homeworld Security. So.
Oh.
I
I also love this bit
moment.
coming up where
Yeah.
Carter steals Mayborn's sidearm, because it's kind of like in It's Good to Be King, like another Mayborn episode when she steals Jack's sidearm. It's like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I've definitely paused and
Yes.
rewound that moment
Me
to watch her
too.
touch his leg.
Oh,
Yeah. Look, bullets on
Yeah,
did it
planes is
happen to
dangerous.
Daniel as well, and they just didn't notice?
don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he glitched.
Interesting.
Oh, be silent. Yeah.
Oh, there's the
Purple
blood.
blood.
That's not human.
I told you
Thanks,
we
Captain
had a
Obvious.
foothold situation.
Yes. Oh, here's someone we weren't expecting.
Was visiting Stargate Command at the time.
No, I think he was called in. He was called in.
Okay.
Yeah, he was called in. Yeah.
Okay.
So Mimic
Right,
Hamming
okay.
called him in. And he just figures that because he's the link to the Pentagon, that was like the alien's next step.
And the scream that he gives is Colin's
Is him,
Yes.
isn't it? Yeah.
That would have hurt.
I love the way he, like, the intensity of it is
Oh,
so
not-
strong. He goes a little bit cross-eyed
Not
for a
Major
second
Davis.
because it's just such a strong yell he's doing.
false Major Davis.
Yeah.
I just
Jet
cut
Set Air
myself
Force One,
open here.
the movie or a
Yeah,
general
yeah.
set? I'm assuming a general set,
Yeah.
you know. Air Force One is like always in something somewhere if there's a president, you know.
Yeah, I couldn't find what it was used for originally, the set. I just know that it became available.
Yeah, I love the way that Battlestar did a colonial one when having to come up with an Air Force One kind of thing. It's very cool.
So apparently some of the cast weren't very happy that they were strung up from the ceiling and basically slathered with KY jelly. And I think Don S. Davis even commented that he sometimes wonders what goes through a writer's head.
Absolutely. This is the first time that I've noticed that the bags near the ceiling are pulsing. I never noticed that.
They do look like octopi.
So isn't this just the gate room, but they just took the gate out?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ew, don't touch that. It's gross.
Ew.
It's such a long, like,
String of goo.
yeah. Oh, it's still going.
It's ectoplasm.
Or KY jelly.
Probably.
Yeah, get aggressive.
So apparently the cloaking device worn by the mimic alien and the biomechanical headband worn by the human templates was meant to be one device, but the showrunners didn't like the idea. So the solution was to split the functions across two devices and explain them in this scene.
Yeah. So is there like a weird like this is like I got like is this weird? I had fangirl moments growing up from this episode where I was like, I really wish Sam had like taken advantage of this moment and like taken like before like not killed Jack and taken his thing where she could look like him and then also used the brain thing as well so that she could like know his thoughts about her.
No.
Huge invasion of privacy. So obviously I don't agree with it now. When I was a kid, I was like, wow, wouldn't that be amazing? Also, straight up, and I hate to say this, but like, if I am going to become someone else of like a different gender, or sex, whichever one you want to say, while like in this kind of fashion, I want to like take a leak and stuff, because like I don't know how that
You want to just use the equipment?
Yeah, we want to use the equipment and see what it's like, because my equipment's different. Like Farscape brought it up really well. Like Ben Browder's like, come on, man, they're right here when he switches with Claudia Black.
That's
and
true.
It's like, man's got a point,
The mimic device shifts position when they switch from one to the other. So it's like it made a holograph of itself. Yeah, but you're not going to attach that one to you, are you?
It kind of looks like a scarab beetle from
It
the
does,
movie.
yeah. Altitude, sound.
Yeah, let's
pressure.
throw some things there. See what sticks.
Nice.
And we see Return to that set in Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
we do.
It's a few connections.
God, Tom got to hang out on little private jet set twice.
Absolutely.
Good for him.
Frasier.
But the way he's just like pulling on Don Davis.
I'm sorry, sir.
Who dat?
Wakey wakey.
Oops.
Did they ever interact the last time Major Davis was here?
Not
For
really.
A matter of time, yeah. I don't think they ever actually engaged with each
No,
other.
'cause
So
he
this is like their
didn't-
first time properly meeting.
Did he even come into the mountain? I can't remember.
So Major Davis
Did he
was in
go-
the
I don't-
mountain. He
Yeah.
was,
Oh, briefly.
yeah, because he almost like shot some people. He almost shot Hammond, because Hammond tries to take the elevator to get up. But then they quickly like exit the mountain and talk about their plans. So Davis doesn't really hang out on the base for long. I like this episode because it's a very like science fiction episode,
Mm-hmm.
like alien goo. It is quite fun and different. I always found the weird chest plate things kind of reminded me of the Alien films, actually, like the space jockey kind of
Exactly. It has kind of
thing.
Yeah.
It's almost like a spinal cord,
can
kind
see
of
that,
very much like
yeah.
that kind of art style.
Yeah, I like that effect.
Yeah.
Morphing into the human.
I love that she's kind of like in charge a lot around
She
here. Like,
is.
she's got a lot of authority.
It's a matriarchy.
Is that a doll of a man?
Probably.
Kind of like wrangling. So they couldn't get they went, oh nice. Oh, that is
she
me.
saw something.
Every night growing up when my grandma would come in to see if I was asleep.
Yes.
Just quickly be like, yeah, I'm asleep. Don't worry about it. Oh, this is just mean.
Junior getting tortured.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, I'm all for like the Gould getting like taught a lesson, but like, oh, this is just aggressive.
Frasier's in this a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's very in charge of what's going
Yeah.
on around here. She sedates everyone. She's doing all the tests. She's like, hook them up and telling everyone what to do.
She's about to get punched in the face.
In a very weird way, because she has she kind of like doesn't fall completely, but then
Yeah.
RDA is like, that was weird. But like I was like,
Yeah,
is it weird because she
yeah.
didn't fall, or is it weird because you punched Dr. Frasier in the face?
I think it's the second one.
How high up
Yeah.
are they? They're gonna get hurt if they fall.
Yeah,
God.
well they unleash themselves
Don't
and they
hurt
fall
your
like
Kozars.
a couple of meters
Don't
away.
hurt your Kozars. Yeah.
Don't hit your Fron.
But you can see that it's not RDA. Yeah, that
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. Oh, he's not that far up at all.
I think Major Davis is
yeah,
further.
maybe 2 meters. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
The conversion.
Yeah. Found it.
Oh my god, I love
Convenient ladder.
Right, exactly.
Love the way he tries to like unsuck it from the head. That's not how it works.
It's Anna.
Ted said, Foothold aliens kind of remind me of the collector Protheans in Mass Effect. I agree, actually. They have the exact same kind of like facial, not facial, but like, yeah, that weird face thing. It's very similar to the enemy in Mass Effect 2.
It's just
I like the design a lot.
It's very convenient that an alarm went off to alert him
Yeah.
that he better put it back. Maybe
Yeah.
he didn't hear that.
Gene Diaz said, doesn't the doctor outrank everyone regarding medical issues? Yes, but
Yes.
I find it funny that like she's in such a position of authority.
Oh,
See, look how weird that is. Look.
Yeah, she kind of just stayed upright.
Yeah.
See, and then he says this.
But it's an alien. It's not
I think
Janet.
it was just punching her. That was the
her hologram.
I find it funny that like she's got such authority, like that creature seems to have like more over the one that's in pretending to be Hammond. So
Hello, randomly accessible hatch.
Right, back down she goes, or he
Hello,
goes.
That
Yeah,
is
there the
Daniel.
gun move position and. All right.
Very, very safe, very secure facility.
Top,
God, the
top
replicators
security.
would like nibble through that really
That's true.
quickly.
It's a 28-story tall ladder. Don't slip.
God, I love this. It's like they have to touch her, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
It's
They have
just
to
an
find the
alien.
mimic device.
Just an alien. Yeah, it's an alien.
what the other
alright.
thing? Look at
So,
the other thing. Like he's like,
just-
crap. I gotta go. now.
Yeah. So he's just taken the sidearm. It's actually still in a holster.
In a holster, yeah.
Yeah.
Just an alien. Just love that. He's like, I gotta touch her. Gotta undo some of her shirt. Like, pray it's not too far down. See, this would have been my dream if it was Sam and Jack. Like, yes. Wasted opportunities here.
This is a good transition.
Oh,
Yeah, that is great.
yeah.
I love this.
It's an alien.
Yeah, like, of course. Duh. Still in the holster.
See, it's still in the holster.
It sure
The
is.
trigger wouldn't be accessible.
I'm sure the bullet could get through. Look, the
No, the
tip
trigger.
still
The
has a
trigger's
hole.
not accessible.
Oh, it's not.
It's not.
No.
Yeah. And Rick should know that.
So, I love like Daniel mimicking Sam. Apparently Michael Shanks wasn't too pleased that there was like another body swapping scenario, so he really milked this.
I'm sure he did.
According to Ash, yeah.
Milked in what sense?
Overplayed it.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I did feel it was a bit overplayed.
Yeah.
I love that.
think
It's
he's
kinda
trying to be
it's kinda
Sam.
like
It
how
works.
RDA,
Yeah, it
RDA
works.
said he's like, oh yeah, I just don't mess up the dialogue so they don't give you that much dialogue, okay? That's the lesson that he was trying to tell everyone.
And Janet is patiently hanging in back there the whole scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or Terrell. One problem at a time.
Willingly?
Mm.
Her evil twin.
Oh yeah.
I killed
Yeah.
I
you.
know
I
why.
killed you,
I
yeah.
killed you.
Mm.
We just have to find it and broadcast it.
So there's no alarm if you're off base and you're disconnected.
Probably not.
Hmm.
Well, we just have to buy it.
Well, they disconnected in a different way.
Yeah, maybe.
They died like Janet's one like got pulled off her
Mhm.
head.
She got in that bottle there.
Yeah. Wine.
I don't know. It looks like the blood of Sokar.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. I said wine. You said blood of Sokar.
It's awfully thin compared.
It is.
So, little computer speaker. Look at that.
I was gonna say that is some
90s
classic
computer
speakers
speaker.
right there. I still had speakers like that until 2 years ago, just because they just worked really well for 20 years. So why not keep them?
Yeah, they don't make technology like they used to. Like it just isn't built to last.
Major Davis running and gunning.
Act.
The bald prisoner.
The bald prisoner. But he gives that really subtle eyebrow raise to Tilk, it's me. It's me.
Yeah,
buddy.
it's like, I'm doing your eyebrow thing. Understand what I'm saying.
Oh, but you will.
Yeah.
I love how the other guy just waits for his shot.
Yeah, he did wait a second, didn't he? I wish he'd put
visual
in some
effects. I want to stand
more.
still for him.
Yeah.
Gave it away. Yep.
It is indeed.
I like the lightens his voice just a little bit in order to kind of sound more like her.
Yeah.
Just add an air of a
little bit
more feminine voice,
yeah.
lighter vocal cord. Oh, hello. I'm not gonna lie, I half expected him to do that thing with his arms, and I'm like, oh, this isn't spirits.
Ooh.
Owie. That's an owie.
That is a big owie.
Oh, that's me, that's me.
There's a group coming up. There's 2 aliens that collide in the operations room, but it's pretty obvious, but it's probably just likely due to the fact that the costumes were impeding their vision.
Okay.
Yeah. The canon,
and it kind of just makes
they're in panic.
Yeah, and it kind of just makes the alien look like he's in a rush. But yeah, they do collide.
What moment is it?
I love that line.
Yeah.
Tell us when it happens, Evie, or before it happens.
All right, here. Yeah.
Here?
Yep. There.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. About to get messed up. Get out of there. Or don't. Just die, whichever one.
The chevron is rattling. Oh, we gotta go.
Oh,
panic.
Call action, guys. The aliens really yeeted out of the SGC at the first sign of trouble.
Yeah,
so
they did yeet.
Really think they're cut out for life on Earth.
No.
Life's a little bit more complicated.
I guess we're done with this one. Let's try another one next time.
Yeah.
I would have liked to see them again doing this to another planet, and then they find out, and then they're able to actually communicate.
They've
with them
got the
properly,
suits,
maybe, yeah, they could have come to a really cool conclusion and found out some stuff,
Everything. Yeah,
could have really played with this.
Yeah, not good news.
Lockwatcher said, so the enemy is defeated by a Walkman, essentially.
Essentially.
That's what she said.
Oh, God.
Damn.
All right. That's funny.
It's funny. David's always been like, yeah, it's funny. I don't want to laugh at this stupid joke.
I didn't realize his head is painted differently. Just dawned on me.
The one in charge?
Yeah,
is that
the one in charge.
Alex Zahara?
Yeah. Well, he's one of them.
Yeah, I know he's one of them. So is Dion Johnston.
Yep.
Whoa.
So
a fair number of them left.
Yeah. So in a little bit, when Jack closes the blast doors and the aliens self-destruct, there's a moment where you can still
Where
see
you can
their
see them still
legs.
there with the
But
explosion.
I mean,
yeah.
they could be exploding from the, from the top half first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did find it weird that that you when the flash happens, it literally they cut back at like the worst time where you can still see that there's no explosion, and it's like, oof.
Yeah.
I love this. They're like, and they're like, oh, this might be like,
It's a countdown.
La. You can see it. Let's see. There you
Yeah,
go.
just a little bit. Yeah.
What is the guy's name who like speaks like that in Futurama? Is it Zoidberg?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I think of every time I hear them doing the countdown.
It's very Zoidberg-esque.
Yeah.
And we've got a mess.
Luckily, the gate didn't
Nothing
explode.
a bit of paint
know.
wouldn't fix.
Yeah. It's a bit gross.
A lot of alien
Spots
ash
everywhere.
falling. Yeah.
Yeah. Coat of paint.
And it won't be his job.
No,
Yeah.
they'll probably
walk
get some
away. Go take a
downtime.
nap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
get some
Else will
cake.
do it.
The one pleasant scene with Harry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we find out his name is Harry.
Mm.
Mm.
So many invasions of privacy happen like in this show. It must be a HR nightmare.
Really would be. Yeah, see, he thought he was the
Got it.
the person between the aliens and the Pentagon.
It's a permanent change. You don't really notice much, but it is, because they don't really ever show it again, but it's kind of happening in the background.
I love this scene.
Me too.
It's
So do
sincere.
I.
Good save. Like actually being grateful for him. It's a shame that with like Shades of Grey, he's like our villain. He's never stopped being a villain, but
He's not all evil.
He's
There's
not.
like
He's
a tiny
teddy
bit
bear.
of gooiness there.
He's a cutie patootie. I'd happily be one of his wives. I want some guango.
I love it. He gives Carter her dues.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. She's
You'll see you again in a few episodes.
equally as shocked.
Oh, this is so cute. It's such a shame the next time we see you, you're being really naughty, Harry.
Okay, so this is a goof in the credits. So
Really?
Carl
Oh my God.
Lawrence's
What?
character is demoted in the closing credits. So Carl Warren is mistakenly noted as a sergeant instead of a major.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Wow.
I'm sure there's a
Okay, so
story
my
behind that
question-
in the novels.
Yeah.
Good question.
So, was the aliens ambush of SG6 planned? Or was it more like a seize the moment kind of thing?
I
And
feel like
also,
it was
are
seize the
SG6
moment.
still alive? Because I imagine that they left. Like, I imagine that they were still on the planet, like when the aliens infiltrated
Could
the
have.
SGC. So did they get them back, or did
I
they
don't
leave
think they
them there?
did.
I've got a silly question. Didn't they just say that when going through the gate and being that far away, the people woke up and so like they just got disconnected? Surely, like trying to infiltrate the SGC wouldn't work if gate travel is what interrupts. So like going to another planet interrupts it.
Nerds. That's Foothold.